On 1st of August 2024, the Apex Court, the Supreme Court of India, gave a verdict on the subclassification of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. This is one of the milestone verdict which is upholding the subclassification of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes reservation. But whereas the problem comes with the introducing or imposing creamy layer idea into the same judgment, that becomes a conflict. Here in this video we are going to see why we are supporting the judgment which is subclassifying the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe reservation. Let's come to the matter of Tamil Nadu. In 2008, in those period, the government was DMK government, Kalaignar was there, and the demand for a separate reservation for Arundhatiya community. The community people has been forced to engage in the menial jobs like manual scavenging or sweeping and all other jobs, and they have been neglected and underrepresented in the education and the employment opportunities. So there has been a demand for a separate reservation within scheduled caste reservation. So Dr. Kalaignar has appointed a Janardhanan commission. As a result of this commission's report and also the protest led by Aditya Peravai President Adiyaman, it has given a huge impact, and Kalaignar also implemented 3% separate reservation for a scheduled caste Arundhatiya. In Tamil Nadu, there are 71 scheduled caste which is getting 15% reservation, whereas the scheduled caste Arundhatiyars, which includes 7 castes including Madiga, Madari, Arundhatiyar, Chakliyar, Toti and other castes, which is 7 castes, they have been given 3%. So in total in Tamil Nadu, scheduled castes are given 18% reservation. If you look at the population of scheduled caste in Tamil Nadu, as per 2011 census, it is 20.01% and been given 18% reservation. If we look at India level, it is a 16.6% population, and we are getting a 15% reservation for the scheduled caste. In Tamil Nadu, almost each social category is getting their proportional representation, but whereas adequate representation is not given to the oppressed communities. So in this way, supporting the proportional representation in demand of it, we have to uphold the judgment which is ensuring the subclassification of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Many people oppose in the lens of creamy layer. Yes, for sure we have to oppose it. Creamy layer is totally wrong. Per se, a person coming from first generation or a scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, even though in other backward communities, the reservation benefits in a way that the educated will again support their kids to educate, and as a society also they get to educate. And in the matter of discrimination, it is always based on the caste. Per se, if we look at the Brahminical Hindu religion in India, caste is a huge problem. Dr. Ambedkar has said that is a graded inequality should be abolished, and Periyar went to an extent that to abolish caste, whereas we have famous says of Periyar having that no God, which is very famous, and he comes to that conclusion also in a way to uproot the Brahminical caste system. So the idea of denying reservation to the next generation is totally wrong, as like Brahmins enjoyed their life through monopoly, like monopolizing the employment opportunities, monopolizing the education. Similar way, we are not demanding any rights for our people, either OBC or it is a scheduled caste or scheduled tribes. We are just asking for our rights, and now till today the existing reservation policy is not yet implemented. We are demanding the union government to conduct a caste census and provide adequate representation, which means by calculating the population, provide as a proportional representation, including the minority communities as well. In this note, we are not just opposing creamy layer but also the economically weaker section reservation as well. It is unconstitutional, it has to be abolished. Even though if we look at the majority of the poor, who belong to which category, the poor is maximum of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other backward classes community, which constitutes a majority population. But whereas the EWS category, which only takes the general category, it is totally wrong. This reservation should be abolished. Many criticize that only Brahmin judges are there and they are supporting Hindutva to divide Dalits. They are making these kind of judgments. I'm sure that there is a diversity in judiciary has to be ensured. That's why we are demanding proportional representation in the judiciary as well. The DMK advocate P. Wilson has raised this question several times. He gave a representation to the union government as well as the Chief Justice of India. We have no doubt in that all the courts has been monopolized by certain community, Brahmin community, or even very specific. There are few families. These articles are very famous in the internet. We all come across, but it is necessary that this judgment is not a base to criticize them. Yes, you criticize. We need a proportional representation, but don't neglect the subclassification of scheduled caste reservation. And for sure, we need a reservation in the private sector because the formal sector in India is reducing. It is shrinking because of the union government's privatization policy. We should demand for a reservation in private sector as well. The subclassification of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes reservation is dividing the society, is dividing the Dalit community. This was an argument made by popular social media activists and many people, those who self-proclaimed public intellectuals, also making this kind of arguments. My dear friends, you visit any nearby Basti or Cheri or a colony or any rural village where the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes live. The subclassification, it is not even a subclassification, it is like a separate segments where people live, and it is evident that the discrimination and the untouchability is been till now also it is evident. We can witness it in person. In a way, how we are demanding a reservation because we were socially, educationally oppressed and suppressed by the Brahmins. In a way, similarly, there are communities whereas which is placed in the oppressed community. They have been oppressed among the oppressed. So it is necessary to support them in this time.